All right, man. Let's talk about Cade Cunningham. Is he untouchable for the Detroit Pistons? Is he one of the untouchables? And, you know, does Tom Gore tell Tarzan Langdon, which he ain't been introduced yet, maybe until he hired a coach, we'll figure that out after the draft. And like the Pistons going to be heading to the draft without a coach, and I speak on that. You know, but, you know, should he be untouchable? And the answer is no. The answer is absolutely fucking not. I don't think he's done anything to be perceived untouchable. And I've been saying this, and I say it again and again and again. The perception is Pistons got young draft picks who can't play. Outside of Killian Hayes and Isaiah Stewart, I disagree with that. I strongly disagree. They got guys that can play, because we've seen at the end of the rookie year that's playing well. Cade Cunningham is just one of those guys that's difficult to play with. A la Luka, a la LeBron. But the difference is he ain't good as Luka and LeBron. And I'm going to keep saying it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep saying it. He's going to have to change his game. So you can bring Brandon Ingram in. You know, you can bring whoever you want to bring in. But until he's forced to play within an offense, or until the team finds an offense that works for them, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work. They gotta find an offense where the ball is moving and it ain't all isolation. Like I said, a lot of it ain't his fault. A lot of it ain't his fault, but they gotta find an offense that's gonna have a system. It's just not 1-on-5 and everybody sit at the 3-point line and watch Cade, you know, create for himself and possibly at some point create for them. So, but in my opinion, they ain't been strongly successful with him. They've been just as disappointing with him in the lineup as with him out in the lineup. And it seemed like they played better without him in the lineup. And that's just my opinion. That's me eyeballing it. So to say somebody you know won 20 games or sub 20 games, whatever it was with, they say they untouchable is crazy. Especially with the injury history, he ain't been able to stay healthy. So, like I said before, I mean, that's what New Orleans is figuring out right now. Brandon Ingram gonna miss 25, 30 games, 20, 30 games every year. Are we about to hand him $50 million a year to come, you know, to not show up to work? And then some of the games he missed is important. When him and Zion are healthy together, they look like the best team in the West. But it just wasn't meant to be because they never healthy. And these players, what I'm believing, these players ain't putting no work in their games. They're not putting no work in their bodies. They all come back with the same game, same conditioning. You know, they come back with the same body, if not bigger and fatter. And I'm not mean bigger in a swole way. So a lot of these dudes ain't really working in the office. These young guys ain't working. They not. So if you ain't putting the work in, you ain't making the proper adjustments and stuff of that nature, you know, why I deem you untouchable? We ain't winning with you. Why hand you $200 million to lose with you? which is crazy to me. So to say he's untouchable, like, dude, he ain't like, hey, you ever seen Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac? He ain't even like the superstar brother that was a superstar on the team when he came back. When he came back, because they said his hits didn't count. So they rescinded like 3 of his hits, and he had to get 3 hits to be Mr. 3000 again. And they had the superstar on the team. He was good, and it reminded Bernie of him. He was trying to show him that you got to trust the teammates and all that. He ain't even him. He ain't no superstar on a bad team. He ain't an all-star on the bad team. He's just what we perceive to be a good player on a bad team. He's a player who's putting up good numbers on a bad team. And once again, we've seen this story before, like with guys like Kevin Love. They put up big numbers and good numbers on terrible teams. What doesn't it count for? When he got to a good team or a team that was playing for something, he was just another player. And I don't care if he made an all-star game in Cleveland. That's because of LeBron James. Just like J.J. Redick got that job in L.A. because of LeBron James. You know? So people can say whatever they choose to say, you know, but no, he's not untouchable. We're not talking about LeBron, prime LeBron, Giannis, Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic. He ain't on that level. Y'all can say, we look like Luka in the USA. I mean, shit, then I tell you that, hey, who was the coach on that team? Hire one of them coaches that was on that coaching staff that can get him to play like that. But in my opinion, you got the ball in his hand 99% of the time. How you know how good everybody else is? They have to find an identity. They have to find a system, you know, defensively and offense. And that's what I love about Minnesota. Minnesota, they play defense and they offense, they move the basketball. That ball just don't stick in one person's hand. Everybody, that ball moves. And there's sometimes they'll play, you know, Cat on the wing or Cat a post up or Anthony on the wing, or he'll post up and he'll get to his spots. But it ain't, 90% isolation and 10% plays. And out of those 10% plays, 5% of that 10% is out of bound plays. So you really running 5, and like the other 5% is just high pick and roll. So they not running those sets. They not backdoor cutting, slashing, curling, pin downs or nothing like that. There's one guy pounding the ball into the hardwood. That's what I like about Denver. That ball don't stick in them guys' hands. Jamal can move without the basketball. Jokic can move and play without the basketball. KCP, all those guys can move and slash and cut and play without the basketball. That's real basketball. And they all defend. Jokic ain't the greatest defender, but guess what? He'll strap his nuts on to defend. Jamal Murray's a really good defender. He'll strap his nuts on to defend. And it was Pistons saying, well, we want to play a short Thompson next to Cade because Cade got to do so much offensively that we don't want him to spend energy on the defensive side. At 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, if you can't play offense and defense at a high level, Anthony Edwards, Kyrie stepped it up. If you can't play offense and defense at 22, 23, 20 years old, you don't have the energy for that. Dude, you think that motherfucker deserves a max contract? Honestly. You don't have the energy at 21, 22, 23. That's crazy. And he a vegan? Ain't no fucking excuse, dude. And this is the guy they saying they believe is he untouchable. He ain't untouchable. He ain't untouchable. And I said what I said, and I mean what I mean. He got to prove that he ain't. Then they handing these guys contracts and they ain't earned them. And look here, I'm pro player. I'm pro the brothers and the sisters getting their money in sports. But in my opinion, these dudes be getting contracts and they earned it. They made Buddy Hield like damn near max contract at one point. What the fuck did he ever prove? You know what I'm saying? Like this is wild, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, it's my personal opinion on it. Don't make it biblical. Don't make it law. I know people gonna disagree with me, and that's cool. As long as you be respectful and don't get disrespectful. But I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't me hating. It's just me giving a point of view with clarity. That's simple as that. But hey, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit the link tree. You can find my other platforms: X, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.